What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Galaxy Queen Star, coming live at you tonight. So I hope y'all up with me. Today's my day off from work as well as tomorrow. So I stayed home today. Girl is not feeling too good. I've been cramping. So I stayed home and watched a few battles, and one of the battles I would like to recap. So this is the one with Joe versus Newborn. Okay, so it was a pretty good battle. I must say, like, I'm really, a fan of Joe. You know what I mean? He's one of the good white boys that can really battle. Like, he showed improve. Now, I must say that crowd was kind of laxed. It's not the normal URL crowd at Irvington Plaza. But a lot of Joe's bars did hit. They was feeling Joe. But a lot of newborn bars may have went over a lot of people's heads. Okay, he's very lyrical. He kind of reminds me of JC because a lot of JC bars go over people's head. It kind of take you a minute to understand what they say. But let's get right into battles. Now, of course, I had to write a few bars down from each battle rapper. So we're gonna start with round one. Now, Joe went first. So the first bar, like he says, play with me. A Glock was sprayed. I'll put a grip to the back of a newborn's head like I'm holding a baby the proper way. That was fire. I really like that. When you hold a newborn baby, you have to hold the back of his head for support. So that was a fire bar. Next bar, he says, I was on a bus with something tuck, the large heater, a fucking bulldog on a greyhound. I'm a dog breeder. Nice bar. I'm sure you guys understand that. The Greyhound bus in New York, if those who don't live in New York, we have what's called the Greyhound bus. You know what I mean? It could take you, wherever you want to go, different states or whatever. So when he goes, the large heater, a effing bulldog on the Greyhound, I'm a dog breeder. So that was kind of nice. Next bar. Or I could pick up the old pistol, shot through the vertebrae, up with the murder rate, no bullshit. This Jordan on the Wizards, you gotta deal with the rusty 38. So I thought that was fire. Now back in 2001, Jordan had came back from retirement and he played with the Wizards. And at the time he was only 30, he was 38 years old. So that's old for a basketball player. And then at the same time his assist was 3.8. So I like that bar with the rusty 38 talking about Jordan on the Wizards, because it could go with the 38 years old or the 3.8 assist, so that could go either way with that bar. So that was fire. Next bar. Ooh, it's hot in here. Next bar. These rappers love talking about their silencers. I'd rather let the shit go bow. The gun made an ultrasound. I bet Newborn get the picture now. I thought that was fire. Now, Newborn, that's his, battle rap name. So he had a lot of name flips for Newborn. And hold on, let me get my water, y'all. It is so hot in here. And I got my balcony door open. Give me 1 second. So I gotta get my water so I can stay cool. Water's good for you. All right, so let's go. So like I was saying with that bar, he says, these rappers love talking about their silencers. I'd rather let the shit go bow. The gun made an ultrasound. I bet Newborn get the picture now. Now, when you're pregnant, a woman is pregnant, when she goes to the doctor, she'll get an ultrasound. And when you get an ultrasound, that's the picture. You can actually see the egg, to see the baby inside the mother's womb, and you see it. So that's what the ultrasound. So I like that bar. I bet the Newborn get the picture now, and the ultrasound is a picture of the newborn. Fire bar. All right, so now we're going to go to round one with Newborn. All right, so he goes, I'll reach and get stupid foul like I'm sloppy on defense. Had this bitch sweating underarm. Shoulda got with the secret. So I thought that was fire. You know, when you sweating, the deodorant is named Secret. You know, so and he equated with sloppy on the defense. This bitch sweating underarms should have got with the Secret. So it was pretty fire. Next bar. I see your redneck family are up the chrome. Killmonger, thinking his heart shaped for the fire, it'll get his cousin thrown. And when he said cousin thrown, but Killmonger, which is the Black Panther, a comic book. And you remember Killmonger forcibly tried to dethrone, his cousin T'Challa. So that was nice how he said it'll get the cousin throne, but throne can be the throne, the throne. So that was fire. It could go either way. Next bar. This is like a little line that I like. Get his teeth broke between naps like a busted comb. So when you have like a busted comb, like a comb that's missing, the teeth's in it. So he said get between naps. Niggas, we got the nigga naps. So he said get between naps like a busted comb. So I thought that was nice. So that's it with Born. I must say a lot of people in the crowd was really quiet when Born was spitting his, his bars. They wasn't really feeling Born. And I admit, Joe had better material than Born. Joe was so energetic on stage. So I just love the way he spit his bars. He's fire. He's very energetic. And he always have good bars and good material. Whereas with Born, he had, he didn't have that many good bars, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? But Born is still fire. He just didn't match up with Joe in this round. So Joe definitely took the first round. So now we're going to go to round 2. So round 2 with Joe, he goes. Now he was spazzing in this round. Joe did even better in this round. He had the crowd really roaring. Okay, so he goes. They say rap circle around newborn necks, umbilical. So I like, I chopped that bar up a little bit, but I like that bar. They say rap circles around newborn necks, umbilical. But he meant newborn neck. When a baby is born, sometimes the umbilical cord is wrapped around a baby's neck and they have to hurry up and cut it off. So, he did a little play on words. That was a little nice. A nice little line that I like. He says, long clip, 50 in the magazine like the Forbes list. Thought that was kind of nice. Forbes magazine, how they have like the top 50 names of people, who makes a lot of money. Like Jay-Z one time was in the Forbes list. A lot of, business people. Oprah, I believe, was on the Forbes list. But that was a nice little line. Next bar. Now this is a real bar. And I'm not joining y'all battle rap groups. I'm not a sidekick. It's me, stranded, with fire writtens. I'm on an island. But shout out to the new class. Fuck that. I'll Columbine it. So in that bar, he was basically, saying that, a lot of the new class battle rappers ain't feeling him and everything. And how he's not, he do his own thing. He don't care to join no battle rap groups like NWX or Cave Gang or Goonies. So he's like, it's me, I'm stranded with writtens, I'm on an island, but shout out to the new class, fuck that, I'll Columbine it. What Columbine is, basically, going on a murder rate. So he's basically saying, I'll kill all these new cats coming out. That was a fire bar. So next bar, this is like a little line that I like. He says, the doctor said, born, stay woke, he died ignorant. Thought that was fire. Because a newborn, when a newborn is born, they don't know anything, so they're ignorant. Like I said, he had a lot of nice name flips or stuff pertaining to newborn, which is Born's name. So he goes, the doctor said born, stay woke, he died ignorant. So I thought that was fire. Next bar, this is a nice little line. Fendi belt, you go through hoops just to get an F in front. Thought that was nice. You put the Fendi belt, which got the F, and it goes through the hoops, the hoops of your your waist and everything, and it goes in, you F in front and goes right in the front, the belt buckle. Thought that was fire, which is the F. I had one of those Fendi belts. So next little bar I like. This is a nice bar I like. If I see a bitch, I might spark it. or a gun butt. Okay, let me say it again. If I see your bitch, I might spark it, or a gun butt. Crack her with a mean handle, white chocolate. Thought that was fire. Fire, fire, fire. Like, he was really spazzing. He had a lot of nice bars in this second round. So now we're going to go to round 2 with Born. All right, so Born goes. Now, Born, he had a lot of dry spots in this round, a lot of filler. It took a while for, for punches to come. It took a while for, for him to get some type of reaction from the crowd. The crowd was, for the most part, very silent when Born was spitting his bars. They wasn't really feeling what he was saying, So, but I wrote about 4 bars down. First bar, this is round 2, Born. Your definition of using smack in a trailer is just a week with your neighbors. So I thought that was nice. You know how Smack, when battles is about to drop or come out, he'll have a little trailer for the battle rappers. But with white people, a lot of them live in trailers. So he goes, your definition of using smack in a trailer is just a week with your neighbors. But the way he said it was kind of nice. Next bar. It makes sense you get chicken, but it's so unseasoned and tasteless. Nice little line. I thought it was nice. When they say you get chicken, that means you get money. Nice. Next bar. Now, this was pretty nice. I reach for the waist quick. That 70s show. Soon as you see the 4-man high deep in the basement. So remember the 70s show? I don't know if you ever watched that show. I used to love that show. Well, a bunch of, white people from high school, they young, they supposed to be teenagers. They all chill in one of the guys' house where they in the basement, and they all in a cypher literally smoking weed. Okay, so he goes, reach for the waist quick, that 70s show. Soon as you see the 4-man hide deep in the basement, the 4 men. The father was like 4 men. And, they will all be high in the basement. But when he said hide deep in the basement, he mean like hiding in the basement. You hiding from the father. Or high, you getting high in the basement. So I thought that was a nice bar. All right, this is going to be the last bar. Now, this bar, he was doing a lot of Matrix lines, and when he was saying these Matrix lines, the crowd wasn't really reacting. But then when he said this last line, so this last bar, he says, I just revamped 3 for the haters. That's a fucking trinity, like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. So, it was all right. Trinity, who was the girlfriend of Keanu Reeves in the movie Matrix. So, like I said, a lot of filler in this round, a lot of dry spots. He had pretty good bars, pretty nice lines, but it definitely didn't match up to what Joe had. And like I keep saying, the crowd was silent. The crowd wasn't really feeling what Born was saying. But he did have energy. It's just that his material just didn't match up to Joe's. You know what I mean? So definitely round 2, I gave it to Joe. Round 2 was definitely Joe. Okay, so now we're going to go to round 3. Now, round 3 was good too from Joe. Like, every round with Joe was fire. It was a fire round. I really enjoyed Joe's battle. Okay, first bar. I saw your little fighting video, ... You lucky that wasn't me, ... I do damage when I swing. Think Jimi Hendrix. Put a band up. I'll have your teeth hanging by a string. Thought that was fire. Because Jimi Hendrix, he was a artist who played the guitar, and sometimes he would actually play it with his teeth. You could actually see it on YouTube where he's literally playing the guitar, the strings of the guitar with his teeth. Okay, that takes a lot of talent. All right, next bar. When I saw the fight, I was proud of you, bro. No, I'm not joking. Till he put you in a fucking headlock. Is there any footage of you not choking? In the way he said it? Because, in a lot of his footage for Born, a lot of times he choked in his battles. And in that fight, supposedly in that footage, when he was getting choked out, he was in a headlock. So, he was making fun of Born. All right, next bar. You fucked up battle after battle, and they still say give the man another. We saw Newborn throw it away like Newborn was your mother. Okay. Dang. we saw newborn throw it away. Okay, I messed that bar up. That's not what it said at the end. Like Brenda had a baby. Something about Brenda had a baby was your mother. I'm sorry, y'all. I messed that bar up. I don't know. I was actually watching the game at the same time that I was trying to write these bars down. And I'm so mad that LeBron lost. You know, now it's 3-0. It don't look like they ever gonna come back. But yeah, my bad. Something about now with this when he was talking about this bar, he was basically saying that newborn, should have been to the top by now. You know, he really messed up in his career. He's taking all these battles, and they still giving him looks. And then he was like, you we see newborn throw it away, and he said something like newborn throw it away like Tupac with Brenda had a baby or something like that. I messed that bar up. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I was watching the game. Next bar. This is gonna be the last bar in round 3. Let him tell it, but let him tell it. It's the fact that I'm white got me winning. That's why you're no competition. All the black and white is a cover for what's in your composition. So I thought that was fire. You know, composition book back in school. It was a black and white. It was a composition book. So I thought that was fire. All right, round 3 for Born. He goes, your definition of using smack. Okay, that's round 2, my bad. Round 3 for Born. I've been here for years. The game didn't love me. So Snickers if you want. But shit, I ain't the same when I'm hungry. Thought that was nice. You know, he says, so Snickers if you want. You know how you snicker. Snicker meaning laughing. But he said, but snicker if you want. But shit, I ain't the same when I'm hungry. You know, a Snicker bar. So it could go either way. That was a nice bar. Next bar. He wanna be born so bad, I ain't believing the hype. Ironic Joe Jackson name, but still beating. Okay, let me say that again. He wanna be born so bad, I ain't believing the hype. Ironic Joe Jackson name, but still getting beat on the mic. So he basically saying that he's getting beat, on the mic. Or Joe Jackson is the father of Michael Jackson, and there's rumors of Joe Jackson abusing his kids, including Michael Jackson. So when he said ironic Joe Jackson name still keep getting beat on the mic, but he really mean keep getting beat on a mic, meaning, battle rapping, he's getting beat by other battles, but not in this battle. Obviously, Joe was beating him. So, but that was a nice little bar. Last bar. Now this was really nice. I like this bar a lot. He goes, I'm unseen, down on one knee, clapping off niggas scared while I'm bending air like the Avatar. Your raps is nah, they be hyping average bars. Niggas fishy, egging on a cracker like caviar. Faggot fraud. So I thought that was fire. When he said niggas scared while I'm bending air like the Avatar. Remember that movie, Air Bending Avatar, something like that? And then he goes, your raps is gnar, your average bars, nigga fishy, egging on a cracker like caviar. Now, caviar, you can put eggs, you can put, different stuff on a cracker, and then they call white people cracker. So I thought that was fire. Even with caviar, you could put fish on caviar and eat it. So when he said niggas fishy, egging on a cracker like caviar, I thought that was fire. All right, so with the last round, he in the beginning of that last round for Born, he did start off slow. He had a few good moments in that round, and he started cooking towards the end. That's when he really started cooking, and everybody in the crowd was feeling his bars. So the last round could be a little debatable because Joe still, did his thing too. So in my opinion, Joe definitely won the battle. It's either a 2-1 for Joe or it could be a 3-0. Okay, but not totally bodied though. 2-1 or 3-0 for Joe, in favor of Joe. But it was still a pretty good battle, especially Joe's rounds. I really enjoyed Joe. I became a fan, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Now, as far as Born, he's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really not that too excited to see Born again. He might be good for a small room battle, because he is very intellectual and stuff, and his bars go over a lot of people's heads. You got to kind of think about the things he's saying, so maybe he suits better with small room. but definitely not on a big URL, stage with a crowd because they just don't get born. But it was a pretty good battle. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get out of here and y'all have a good night. And I'll definitely recap another battle tomorrow. All right. So y'all have a good night. And remember, there's no night without stars. Later.